Hi. Hi. My name's Ronnie. Today, by special request, I'm going to teach you some grammar. Oh, grammar. Yeah. A lot of people comment, thank you, and ask me, Ronnie, what's present perfect? What's past perfect? What's PP? Where am I? How did I get here? So I'm here to help you, teach you this so you can learn it forever. It's very easy once you get it, first of all. So, present perfect versus past perfect. All of the tenses in English, when you have something that's perfect, it means you have to use the past participle of the verb. Now, as an English teacher, I don't like having to write past participle because it takes a long time and it's hard to say really quickly. So most people shorten it to PP. Not, I have to PP, different, okay? So when I write on the board PP, it means the past participle. The past participle, it's hard to say, of the verb is the third part of the verb. So, for example, if you have the verb have, what is the past participle of have? Anyone know? Anyone know? Had! Woo, yay! Good. So had is the past participle of have. Perfect. So, let's start off. Present perfect we use for events in the past. I know it's confusing because it says right here present perfect, but both of these grammars? Both of these tenses, we use to talk about a past event. So, present perfect is have or has plus the past participle. If it is I, they, you, and we have to use have. If it is he, she, or it, you have to use has. This is the number one mistake that students make when they're writing or speaking. A lot of people say, she have, which is wrong. You have to be careful. You can remember he, she, it is has. Okay? I, they, you, and we is have, plus the past participle. So, I've asked you, what is the past tense of have? Answer, had. So if you know that the present tense is have plus PP, you're going to go, oh, yeah, okay, hold on. The past tense of have is had. So, when we use past perfect, all we're changing is this verb to had. It's that easy. So, the other very easy thing about past perfect is we don't have to change it for he, she, or it. Yay! There's nothing to really remember about the past perfect except for it's had. So, I, he, she, it, they, we, and you, we all use had. Fun times. When we use the negative, it's the same idea, except we're using hadn't. So, I, he, she, it, they, you, we, you, hadn't. It's unusual to say had not. If you want to use had not, it's to more emphasize things, like I had not done that. But we usually say hadn't. Okay? And again, because it is perfect, you have to use the past participle or the PP of the verb. Is this easy now? So, present perfect have plus the past participle. Past perfect had plus the past participle. Good. Let's go into the negative of present perfect. When we use I, they, you, and we have to use haven't, just like in the present, or in the positive. And again, he, she, and it, we have to use hasn't, plus the past participle. If you want to make a question in the present perfect, you're going to say have or has. Then you're going to use the subject. So in this case, these are the subjects. Has he plus the past participle. Has he eaten is a present perfect sentence. You can change he to a person's name. I can say, has Kevin eaten? Because Kevin is a he, I have to use has. So remember that as well, it's important. When we use past perfect, like I said, it's the same idea. We don't have to change this reflecting on the subject. The question form, we don't have to change either. So it's had plus your subject plus your past participle. And you must have a question mark. If you do not have a question mark at the end of the sentence, it's just wrong, and your teacher goes, wrong! And you don't understand why, because you remember has and have, but don't forget the question mark. Alright? So, I hope that you can remember how to use, or how to make present perfect and past perfect. If you have any questions or comments about this, please email me. Go to EngVid.com. Write me a letter. Write me a comment, and I'll get back to you soon. Bye-bye.